My girlfriend banned my childish gaming nights. Veronica ripped my headset off at midnight and started screaming that she was done dating a man-child, which was rich considering she spent 4 hours a day watching reality TV about people fighting over roses. She'd been building up to this explosion for weeks though, making sly comments about how her ex spent his evenings learning Portuguese and analyzing stock portfolios, while I was pretending to be a soldier with some unemployed losers. The final mark came fast and brutal from her. Delete Discord, sell the PlayStation, or she'd move back to her sister's place by morning. You're 27 years old, playing dress up with fake guns, she said, while actually recording me packing up my console like she'd won something. Thing is, she didn't realize she'd just dismantled the only thing keeping 5 grown men from completely unraveling. But sure, her dumb ex and his Portuguese were clearly superior. My buddy Trent messaged me all flustered the first week because his wife dropped divorce papers on him and he needed to talk through custody splits at our usual 9 p.m. session. But Veronica was monitoring me like the damn FBI, asking who was texting, so I had to send him some weak reply about staying strong while she nodded along. I found out that without our usual 3-hour session, he completely panicked and just signed whatever his ex's lawyer shoved at him. He basically handed over his entire life because he couldn't think straight. My other unemployed friend, Veronica's favorite insult, actually did lose his warehouse job week 2 and started spiraling hard, drinking whiskey for breakfast instead of talking through his anxiety during our raids. Of course, that's when things got really bad because my sober buddy's AA sponsor went on vacation and suddenly bars seemed like a great place to hang out just for wings. And my other buddy with the sick dad started picking fights at work because he had nobody to process anything with, so he just started swinging and got written up twice in 3 days. Over the next few weeks, I knew something terrible was building, but Veronica kept saying grown men should handle their own problems without playing pretend army every night. She had this smug look every time my phone buzzed, with another man looking for support, like she was teaching me some important life lesson about adulthood. Your little gaming friends will figure it out, she said, while some plastic robot-looking lady won a rose on the TV or something. Then, Friday night destroyed everything. My sober friend drove drunk into a highway median doing 70 because nobody was online to talk him down from just one drink. His sister's post showed him unconscious with tubes everywhere, broken ribs, collapsed lung, begging for prayers while mentioning he'd been sober for 18 months until recently, and she didn't know why. That same weekend, the warehouse friend got evicted and started living in his car, which of course meant his ex-wife cut off kid visits immediately. The one with the sick dad had a complete mental breakdown when someone joked about cancer and security, dragged him out swinging and sobbing. They put him on mandatory psychological leave, alone in his apartment posting stuff about not seeing the point anymore, while I watched helplessly from the few text messages I was allowed. Divorce friend's lawyer called him an idiot for signing everything away so fast. He went from daily dad to every other weekend visitor with no legal stability at all. That's when I knew we had to get together, IRL. The next weekend, all the men showed up at our apartment looking like a medical ward reunion. It was dark. Crutches, unwashed clothes, hollow eyes, shaking hands, holding custody papers, a whole messy parade of consequences standing at our door. Veronica came out of the bedroom in her yoga outfit, looking confused why these losers were here. The men started explaining what actually happened during our childish gaming sessions. He talked me through every panic attack during my separation, divorce friend said. Those raids kept me sober for 18 months until you took him away, Crutches added, barely able to speak. Your boyfriend saved 5 lives every night while you thought he was wasting time, sick dad friend managed through tears. The warehouse friend just stood there looking dead inside. Veronica tried giving me permission to game again, but I was already packing. 2 weeks later, she started dating Devin's cousin, who also spoke Portuguese. My electrician friend lost 3 fingers. Sick dad friend's father died alone while his son was in psychiatric hold. Veronica texts me constantly about how her new boyfriend spends every night at the casino, but at least he's not gaming. The sober friend's back in rehab. Trent's kids call another man daddy now.